Are you opening the podcast?
Absolutely not, Luke. That's what I pay you for.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 7 of the podcast. I don't know why you're laughing in my open. Big news this past week. So we announced the new headquarters coming to Philadelphia for the Soniqs. Rainbow Six qualified for the major this fall in Mexico. And we placed top 4 again after everyone said we never would. And we got disqualified from VCT. So
wait, we didn't get this. No, you can't say we didn't get disqualified.
We got knocked out.
We got knocked out. You say disqualified, it sounds like we cheated.
We did not cheat, that I know of.
And you're missing, obviously, we've won the group stages at ESL.
Well, that was everybody knows that, but yeah. No, you're right. Can't forget the promise. The
curse.
What?
Are we talking about the curse?
The curse.
No, right. Well, we'll get to PUBG in a bit because whatever. But
we do have a special guest coming later on in the show, which
replacing
is replacing me. So finally, some good content in the podcast. We finally got me off of it.
Yep.
So no, I'm looking forward to that as well.
I can't. If we had a third microphone, all of us would be here.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
Well, we do, but we don't. They've been stolen by players.
True.
Namely Tickleton.
Yes. We'll blame him. So do you want to start? Where do you want to start?
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow
Huge.
Six? That's where you always
I
want to start.
I won the pick'ems.
You were very nervous this week going into our
I was not nervous.
Yes, you were.
No, I was not.
You literally DM'd me on Discord. You're like, I don't know.
Show me that DM right now. I was not nervous at all.
You were like, I could see us finding a way to throw this game, and then we all
you
lose,
pissed Ashbringer off.
It was a very good match. It was very exciting. And I'm just glad that we won.
I see. Right. Okay. It's a not.
Just leave it. This podcast is scuffed.
The reason that I got because a couple of weeks back before we played TSM, somebody released those percentile chances of you making the major, and we were over 90%. So
I thought it was like 75.
No, well, maybe I don't know. In my mind, it was 90%. So I was like, oh. And then I didn't think much of it, and then I actually thought, wait, we have to, if we lose to TSM and Dark Zero and Disrupt both win, then it's a shootout. Those percentiles seem pretty high, and then obviously Dark Zero beat Beast Coast, and we were hoping that Mirage would beat Disrupt, so then it would just be we're going to the last week.
Well, I mean, to be completely fair with you, we should have won. Well, we shouldn't have won, but in a different world, we probably beat TSM. Rexon had an off game.
Oh, yeah.
If Rexon was at his usual form, I think we easily beat TSM. Maybe in overtime, but I think we definitely beat them.
Easily.
No, I think so. I mean, how many rounds did we take off of them? 4?
This coming from the man.
And the best player of the stage was going double negative.
This man is the same man that said XSET were going to be top 3 this year. So this phase.
Well, hey,
so
did I
please,
say that?
yes.
I don't remember saying that. I did not say top 3. That's actually troll. I never said top 3. I said they were my top underdogs, like dark horses on the stage, but I definitely did not say top 3.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you said top 3.
Or
up there in the top 4. Somewhere near the top, you said. Yeah. But anyway, like I say, so when it came to, I knew we were playing Disrupt last week. Have we ever lost to Disrupt? I don't think we have.
Obviously not this stage. No, not last stage either. So.
Yeah, because we beat them last stage too. But yeah, no, it was a good match. I think a lot of people reading the Reddit, a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, we took them to consulate, like their best match."
I didn't even realize that was like a big problem until everybody on the broadcast was like, "Oh my goodness, Disrupt! How could they do this?" So,
Giga Brain told you it's the Soniqs way.
Well,
we go, what's your best map? Hey, you'll never see it coming.
Well, it is, I guess it could be a flex. If you can beat the team on their best map, there's no question of who's the better team there.
I apologize in advance, by the way. Our Valorant team is mid-tournament right now, and James and Shrimsy are both in the building. So if you just hear loud screams for no reason whatsoever,
that's probably why.
That's what it is. We don't run a torture den.
So that brings out, that confirms the 4 teams going to Mexico from North America. Us, obviously, Soniqs, Dark Zero, SSG and TSM. Out of the 4, who's going to go the farthest in Mexico?
Well, I did say, at the beginning of phase 2, I thought that that SSG would have a power split, which was proven to be correct.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was a bit nervous because when we played them in the first game, I didn't think they looked that great. I thought we could have won that game or should have won that game. But then they just ran away with it. Who do I think will go the furthest? Honestly, I think us and SSG. I think us and SSG are going to go the furthest.
You think so?
It's weird. It's kind of weird to say because in my mind, I don't I was hoping Dark Zero would go the major because I don't think they've looked good, but then they've won 7 of their 8 games. They only lost 1 game the whole season.
True.
So they find a way to win. So my analysis of that is just completely. It's not the Dark Zero that we're used to, but at the end of the day, they only lost once.
It is deceiving because they always win in overtime. It's always a very close game, but they always win. So on paper, they're extremely good.
Yeah, if they go to the major and they win, even doesn't matter if they win in overtime, they win.
Right.
So maybe they could be a dark horse. But I don't know. I think a lot of teams thought had this stigma that the Soniqs were a 1-map pony.
I think so too, especially coming off of stage 1.
And then it started. Was it Concert that we were playing a lot of as well?
In Clubhouse, I think.
I don't think we got to play Clubhouse once.
Well, not this stage, no.
But then we've shown that we can play multiple maps. So yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I think all the teams go in there. How many teams are going from across the world? Is it 16?
4, 6, 8, 16.
16. There's a world there, and I hope they do this. I hope they don't random seed people, but there's a possibility that each group could have 1 team from each region, and that would be so awesome because then you'd get to see those matches.
Yeah, so the way they have it is 4 groups of 4 teams. It's a double round robin, and the top 2 out of each group makes it to I think it's a single elimination playoff after that point. But I feel like there's gonna be 1 group which has 3 NA teams.
Yeah,
it's gonna be what's the point?
It's gonna some draw's gonna happen. It's gonna be us, Dark Zero, TSM, and SSG, and they're gonna be oh come on man, you just want to play against other teams.
But no, yeah, it would be cool to see every group have a different country in it. So we'll have to wait and see.
A different region.
Different region.
Yeah,
well, kind of.
If there's 1 team on that list that you really want to play, who is it?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot. I think it'd be fun to play G2 or Liquid. Those would be fun.
Liquid beat us at DreamHack.
That is true.
And they won it.
Well, somebody reminded me
they lost TSM.
Our last international tournament was at DreamHack in 2019.
We were there.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's what I mean. That was our last one that we went to as a team or qualified for. We beat Liquid.
No, we lost to Liquid. We beat FaZe and then lost to Liquid.
Yeah.
That was with Sleben and Gonfi too.
Yeah, it is. That's a long time ago. So the roster was
Goddess, Sleben, Gonfi, Nep, and Super.
Wow. This feels like a different lifetime.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's crazy. So, yeah, no, if there's 1 team on there that I want to play, I think
it's the Knights.
The Pittsburgh Knights.
Yeah.
From Australia.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Australia. That would be fun. I know a lot of the fans from reading the Reddit would like to see us play BDS, so Rexon and Shaiko can have a rematch because apparently they had a banger of a game when Rexon was on Luminosity. So, yeah, that's when we really just entered the scene. So
played NIP, Ninjas in Pajamas,
the
reigning champs. Yeah, that would be fun.
I really want to play non-North American teams.
Yeah,
because we've played each other for so long now. It's still exciting, but it'd be great. I really want to see us play. Teams from Asia, from Oceania, from Europe. I think that'd be great. It's really good as well because I made a tweet last night and you seen the Yeti's video. First thing I noticed on the broadcast was Yeti had his trousers on backwards.
Oh yeah,
just first thing. every time we win anything, all right, or it's the camera zoomed to us when PUBG won, Trimsy had his pajama pants on.
That is true.
Yeah, there's always something. Why can't?
Well, it's funny for PGIS. I was always careful for the entire tournament, make sure they were wearing their Soniqs sweatpants when they went on stage.
The right way round now.
Right, and then I guess I don't think I reminded them in the grand finals.
And then
they all come out. They're all wearing mismatched.
Wayne had the Adidas pants on.
Yeah, exactly.
Trimsy had his pajamas.
We looked great every week up until that point. And there was one week of PGIS where I think it was mine was wearing the white jersey, but nobody else was. Because the whole team thought the white jersey was cursed.
That's all wide
except
thing.
For mime. I think it was mime. It was either mime or H1.
Oh, have you noticed the Rainbow Six team doesn't wear the white jersey anymore because they think it's cursed too? Yeah, stupid people.
Well, Super messaged me this morning. He's like, Luke, you need to send me more jerseys before we go. Don't send the white ones because it looks like toothpaste. So.
What? That white jersey's sick. Oh, so he wants us to send us new jerseys in 14 days.
Well, he sent me a whole laundry list of things. And he's like, I need a new jersey, shirts, sweatpants, like the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, I think every 3 weeks, all of our players email me asking for new clothing. Every 3 to 4 weeks.
Because they don't want to wash their clothes.
And I'm like, I swear, I just sent you all of these things like 3 weeks ago. So
they don't want to wash them.
Yeah, that could be it.
That's probably it. But, you know, the major should be cool. I've not decided if I'm going to go yet. I'm probably leaning towards no.
You loved your last trip
I've just got back from Mexico.
And you loved that trip.
I did. It was just a romantic getaway for you and I.
Tickled in to not enjoy that trip. Imagine if PUBG has an event in Mexico that we qualify for.
Yeah, Tig's going to be shaking in his boots.
Yeah, only 3 of us will show up.
Yeah. Well, 2 of us will show up, but then Trim's will be in his room all day.
True. It'll be just H1 and mime.
No, but I'm happy for the guys. They worked hard. They're a good group. They're a positive group. Yeti's first major, and like he's been around for some time. So yeah, I think they'll go there. No pressure from us, and obviously, you know, we're the only, as Super said in his tweet last night, only team to qualify for top 4, both stages, which puts us at like 650.
I was looking at a tweet. We're top 10, I think, for SI.
Oh, we're like 4th or 5th, yeah.
Yeah, so we're like basically locked in. I shouldn't say it. I take that back. We're not locked in.
This is the same guy that like tweeted out last week, like, "Oh, don't worry, it's against Disrupt," and then our team chat blows up because you just like, Luke.
I don't understand why.
Lauren's like, "Why would you curse us?"
The players legitimately get mad at me if I ego tweet and say that, "Oh, we're gonna win next week" or something, which I do because it's like good engagement, it's like fun banter, and it's like that's just what you do on social media. But all the players take it very personally when I do that.
Lauren is,
and they all start DMing me like, "Luke, delete the tweet, pull the tweet. We can't be tweeting that. You're gonna mess us up." And I'm like, I'm giving the people what they want right now. We want some fun rivalry.
Luke doesn't care about your
so,
opinions. He only cares about likes and impressions.
So I'm gonna keep doing that. So get used to it. And I've tweeted before every single PUBG championship in the past year and a half.
Right.
The morning of the final day, I've always tweeted, "Today's a great day to win a championship." It's an easy tweet. We get like 300 likes every time. And we always win. So there's nothing, can't go wrong with that.
Well, hey, if the system works.
And it works. So
yeah. Well, we'll see. I think it's a great achievement for, especially the XE United boys to go from like last place to last place.
I mean, just like yesterday after we won, I was just thinking about like our PUBG program, or not our PUBG program, our Rainbow Six program. And like, 2 years ago, we were getting disqualified and getting relegated.
Why did you keep saying disqualified? Relegated.
Relegated. But anyway, so that's quite a journey that our Rainbow team has gone.
Yeah, and then obviously it's great for Super and Joe to be able to they wanted to do this. Joe wanted to build this team, and it's paid off. Like I said, if they have a good show at the major, that's I think that we think that. Somebody's told me 700 points is a lock on SI. Someone told me 800 to 900 points is a 100%.
And we're at like what, 6
something?
25?
Yeah,
I can double
615. I think it is without the major right now. But going to SI would be a dream.
Okay, so right now we are in 5th place with 665 points.
65 points.
665.
And then we get whatever we get from the major.
And the major, I mean, you're guaranteed 50 points. If you finish 13th through 16th, you're getting 50. So right there, that puts us over 700 points. Mm-hmm. If you finish top 12, which I feel like, knock on wood, is achievable, you get 105. So already there, you're pushing almost 800 points. You're at 770.
There you go.
Quick math.
Hey.
So I feel like either way, like we're leaving this major feeling really good about SI, regardless of where we finish.
Yep, and it's, I hate to, but it helped us that Oxygen didn't make the major.
True. Shout out Oxygen.
Shout out Oxygen for...
Thanks, Oxygen, for having a terrible split. We take those. Thank you, SSG, for having a terrible stage 1. SSG is in 17th place right now for SI.
Yeah,
That's how bad their stage 1 was.
Well, I mean, they were playing with their analyst.
Well, yeah, I know. But
Their
I'm just
IGL
saying,
retired after roster
right,
lock. We
yeah.
discussed this on the last podcast.
I know. I'm just saying, like, they had a tough stage 1.
Everyone keeps saying, I've seen on Twitter, on Reddit as well, Canadian.dg.
Really? Disrupt?
Yes.
The other team, talking about SI points, that probably feels nervous is Dark Zero. Because they're in 16th right now with 455 after 2 stages. So you really got to put together a big stage.
Big major, big stage.
Big major, big stage,
Yeah.
and then you're good.
We said this at the end of phase 1, though, like TSM, SSG, and Dark Zero all had to have a good phase 2 and phase 3 to make SI. I think they will.
TSM's at 500, so I wonder what it's not showing me what they were, what the points were for last year.
Well, they only had 2 phases last year. You got to remember that.
Okay.
So it's really hard to
compare
it. So in a great position to qualify for SI, which I would love to go to. I think that would be exceptional. Obviously, phase 3 making the major again would be awesome as well. So yeah, great stuff with Rainbow Six. Super happy. Might go to Mexico. Haven't decided yet.
The team will go regardless.
No, yeah, well,
You might not go.
I might. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm not.
We might not just
myself
we might just sit it out.
personally. The team will be there
Yeah.
unless dogs eat their passports. Let's not get into that, shall we?
Okay.
So yeah, great. Obviously, I think that's pretty much wraps it up. The only shock this week was XSET beating.
Not XSET. It was
XSET beat TSM.
No. It was
Oxygen. Oxygen beat TSM. Which wouldn't have been a surprise last split, but was a surprise this split. Good for them to end the season out strong.
TSM saving strats.
Possibly. And then obviously we didn't get to see the BC SSG game because of a medical emergency. Don't know what happened there. Hope he's okay. He's tweeting, so I hope it's not too serious.
I think he's back from the hospital. So.
Excellent. But sad to see, obviously. But difficult phase for BC. Hopefully they can bounce back next split. Maybe we're starting to see more of the, phase 1 was very volatile. Phase 2, maybe phase 3 will follow. We'll see.
I think phase 3 will be very tough.
Do you think?
I think it's going to be tough to stay top 4 in stage 3.
I think phase 3, my personal opinion is over the year, things seem to, like the trends seem to fit themselves out. Once you're mid-season, it's kind of hard to find players.
Right.
It's kind of hard to find players. When from the org perspective, like now, like what break do we? The next phase starts probably September time. So you got
Probably.
So you got to make a decision. Like, can I? If your players know, if you tell your players I'm looking for replacements, if I don't find, like, it's not a great working environment. You got to either make the decision. But it is, for someone like at the bottom, if you're one of the bottom teams. Relegation comes into effect phase 3, which I think is crazy that it's not the whole year.
Right. That is weird.
Because there is a possibility. For instance, us, right? We have a great major. We qualify for SI.
And we get relegated. But we still turn up to SI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is that possibility.
I don't think we should even think about that because the last thing we want to worry about is getting relegated. So.
True. But hopefully, like I said, they can figure it out. I'm not sure. It's difficult now because when you go into phase 3, also if you're playing on one of those, you got to look at it like this way. So I'm not sure. I think it's Gotcha's team that's number 1 in Challenger League right now. Don't know. I think so off the top of my head. So if you're a Beast Coast or an XSET, you go in there, try and grab those players, not only to try and improve your squad, but to damage the squad that would be the hardest one for you to beat in a relegation battle. But then if you're the roster that's is smashing Challenger League, and you know that roster's weak, and you like who you play for, would you want to make that jump up?
Yeah.
So there's a definite...
Stage 3 will be fun.
Yeah.
It will be fun.
But let's get to the major first. But like I said, super happy. I was dancing. And then I really like, my favorite clip is like when they win, Super just like stands up and he just goes, Super tried to turn Super Saiyan, but there is no bald Super Saiyans. So...
That's right.
Because there's no hair to go orange or yellow. Sorry. So I think that's Rainbow Six wrapped up. Big announcement. One of those huge announcements that we have been what I have been, saying on Twitter or hinting at on Twitter is obviously one of them is out now. There's some more to come, I hope. No,
Another office.
There is some more to come. We're just building offices every year. No, the expansion into Philadelphia, Nerd Street Gaming.
What made you decide to move into Philadelphia?
Wait, who's that knocking?
Was that you? That was you.
Not me.
Oh.
Anywho, the opportunity arose when another organisation moved out of their facility there, and we've had a good relationship with Nerd Street with the collegiate side of things. So we sat down, we spoke to each other, and made sense that they're building this great facility in the heart of Philadelphia, like 40,000 square feet. It looks amazing, and they wanted to build a private facility above it, on the mezzanine level for a professional team, and they asked us if we wanted it, and I thought, why the hell not? It's going to be like I said, a custom built facility. Like the building we have now is great, but it ain't custom. It's not built.
No.
It's not.
If you don't know the background, we're sitting in an old art gallery, from my understanding.
/ doctor's office.
Was it really?
The top floor was a doctor's office.
No way.
That's why those were where they stream out of. They were individual doctor's offices.
Huh. Like to see patients and stuff?
I believe so.
I had no idea.
So anyway, it was nice to have a facility that hasn't been made fit for purpose. They build one for to be fit to purpose. So it's exactly how we wanted it, and we were able to literally build. We were given a space and were told, tell us what you want, we'll make it work, and it looks great. We're going to have renders and stuff coming out in the next couple of weeks once the architects get in there. We should be moving in there towards the end of the year. But yeah, great for us. It's going to allow us to expand into the community more. We plan on doing community events there, with our Valorant team, PUBG team, hopefully Rocket League team and such based out of there, where we can run community events where people can qualify and then to come and play against our team on the stage that's there, and get a great feel. And it should be a lot of fun for everybody. And also low key talent scouting for us, because some amateur guy in Rocket League starts doing flick resets and all that crap. So yeah, it's just an excellent expansion opportunity. We're obviously still staying here in Harrisburg as well, with the land center that we're building just below us.
True.
So yeah, it's a huge, like I said, it's just a huge step in the organization's growth, and it's only going to it's only going to grow from there. We've got footprints on multiple places now, and we're tied very closely to a company that's only been doing great, great things in esports and constantly knocking out of the park. And to work together closely, we're only going to grow together, and the future looks very bright for both of us. So no, I'm really excited, and I'm really excited to show everybody the renders of what we do. I know we've shown the land center here. We're going to probably try and stick to the same color scheme and theme. Yeah. So they're going to look great, and I know the players are excited to move to Philly, because Harrisburg, I love me some Harrisburg, but it's not the nightlife the players want. It's not as big a city as Philly. So I know some of the players are excited to get out there and, enjoy their early 20s in Philly.
Away from Harrisburg, yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm Harrisburg. I'm Mr. Harrisburg. I love it.
The self-titled Mr. Harrisburg.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
Mr. Harrisburg. I feel like if I say it long enough, it'll stick. I'll get that statue of myself one day. So no, I'm really excited for it, and I know you're going to be moving in there, and you're going to be the one who's running the.
Yeah, you're not moving.
I'm not going to be there. All my problems are going to move to you.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the problems, but
there's going to.
No, you're going to be in Philly. You're going to come down
once, twice a year.
No, I don't believe that. You're gonna get sick of not being around the players, and you're going to come for extended periods of time. That's what I'm predicting.
Having them. What was it last night? I got a 3 o'clock in the morning, just messages about random crap that has no
Here's the thing: is are they actually going to stop messaging you though?
Well, yeah, because the way I see
I feel like they still will continue.
The way I see it is, oh yeah, well I'll be in. Oh, you got an issue? Oh, I'll be in Philadelphia in 3 weeks. I'll sort it out. Or message Luke. He's there today.
Well, you already tell them to message me about stuff.
Yeah, but they want someone who can get stuff done.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You know.
So no wonder they message me.
They do message you, do you? Okay. So yeah, no, it's good. Like I said, you got a exciting opportunity. Obviously, you got AP and I always say AK, and I want to say McCoy because of the jockey, but AP and Coy moving out as well.
The content guys will all pretty much, except for one or two of us, will all be together. So that's going to make stuff really easy.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be like I said, it's going to be. We're building it from the building itself is obviously we're not building the building itself. It's like a nice. Old building in Philly.
The building's already there.
Yeah.
It's just empty floors right now.
Big empty floors.
Well, I toured the place in March, I guess it was, or in April. And it's basically a 30-story building, 25-story building. That's, from my understanding, pretty much empty except for the first floor where Nerd Street's moving into currently. And there's like a computer company down there. They have like servers or something. I'm not really sure what it is. But other than that, it's just an empty building. So.
Well, yeah, that's the great thing about it. Obviously,
we have 30 floors we can expand in.
Yes, there's a lot of expansion opportunities there. And like I said, it would be nice. A lot of the top esports companies out there or teams out there have facilities. Some purpose-built facilities that they've converted old office spaces or whatnot into actual facilities where the players go and play. Obviously, we have our one here, but this one's going to be a lot more fit for purpose in terms of space. Where everything, thank God, where all the walls have soundproofing going into them.
I remember, you specifically told them to put soundproofing in, especially
around James.
The streaming booth.
Yeah, custom built streaming booths for the players, for the streamers that we have here, like Tig and Shrimsy. Because we don't have Mime and Win out here, so obviously them playing out, they like to play out and stream a lot, so that's fine. And then obviously facilities for the players, and it's just I'm sitting there, and I've not worked in like architecture or anything before. I'm sitting there, I've built things before, but not to the level where I'm like, right. He's like, here's the 3D model. We need to put water in here, electrical sockets in. I'm just like,
very good.
I just go to my architect, and he goes, yeah. I'm just like, cool. Can we have like black paint on that wall? Okay, thanks, guys. That's me. All I wanted was a glass wall, and I got it. That's it. All I wanted was my glass wall. That's it, and then everything else build around the glass wall.
And you're getting your dedicated trophy area too.
Mm-hmm. So we're getting a trophy room
for this.
And
we're going to need more trophies.
Well,
because they don't send us trophies
for
PCSs.
We are. Well, you just leaked let the goose out the.
No, I didn't. I just said we don't get trophies.
Yeah, well, PCS. I was going to get them made.
Oh, well, there you go. We'll have trophies.
Yeah, but it's not the same if everyone knows I made them. It's like that meme of me putting a medal on myself. No, but we are going to get smaller trophies or plates or whatever, plaques or whatever made for the championships.
Pans.
Probably not frying pans. So yeah, we should definitely have trophies for that. So we will get them out there, and it'll be, like I said, it's going to be great because it's a complete blank canvas that we can do whatever we want with. I was picking refrigerators yesterday. So
you should get stainless steel.
Well, I'm going for one of those double door fridges with the screens on it, like the iPads on the front.
We'll be able to play like Mario Kart off the
refrigerator. I mean, sure. Sweet. And ice machine, so you guys can have ice in your drinks.
Whatever you do, don't get those like fancy refrigerators you see in like $1 million houses, which are like clear and see-through.
Oh God!
Don't do that.
Yeah, if you want to see 18-year-old pizza that someone ordered, like but yeah, no. Like I said, working closely and with ViewSonic as well. ViewSonic are going to be providing us with all the screens. All the big panels, interactive whiteboards, monitors. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
I'm looking forward to it finally being in a place like this. This is a nice area and it works, but it doesn't work like you're always kind of fighting the space to figure out stuff.
Yeah, like I said, we're building a space that we know, it's got.
We'll actually be able to use it.
Yeah,
the way
instead
we
of
want
like,
to use it.
We kind of shoehorn our way into places here. But yeah, no, super excited for it. It's going to be towards the end of the year. Just waiting for my opening date, hopefully in the next week or two. And then it's kind of difficult. I mean, you don't really, like in America right now, it's really hard to get certain things, like weird things, like certain screws, certain fixes and fittings are just so backlogged that it holds up a whole construction.
I knew a while ago wood was like super.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's.
No,
I think it's gotten better.
It's not so bad. But the land center below us is still in time, so it's still on time, on schedule. So
I don't know. I keep walking by, nothing's changed in there.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, like I said, exciting, and obviously we've got more exciting announcements to come because it's obvious that as we grow, more people want to be involved with the Soniqs, and we've got a lot of good big plans of what we want to do in the next couple of years, and you guys will. You guys will all find out soon. I actually got a nice message from somebody saying when we announced this, it's great to see this where a lot of other esports organisations seem to be stuck in the mud during COVID, that we keep pushing through. But we work very hard behind the scenes to make sure that happens. We don't sit and wait. We're always constantly
make
pushing.
It happen.
We have to. Yeah, I got big plans for this organisation, and that's why we're going to keep pushing it.
Good team.
Go Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom.
There it is. If you spell Sonic with a C, by now. But yeah, I guess we might have to tag you out now, Luke. If we're gonna go, have we covered everything?
We have a special PUBG segment coming up.
We have got a special. We had a just on time, Tickleton. We have a special guest today. She came to visit to see our messy facility because we technically are getting ready to move out.
It is a mess.
I did have to warn her before she came here that it's not when we were here for this place was beautiful. It was what do you mean well?
It was much nicer than it currently looks.
Right now, if you just span the camera around, there's just boxes.
Yeah.
There's about we should be putting all these. They're not even shells. They're fully equipped 2080 Ti machines. We should start Bitcoin mining.
I've told you, yeah.
We literally there's 20 PCs doing nothing right now.
Well, some of them are used as legitimate doorstops.
Yeah, some of them are used as doorstops. So they have been repurposed.
They're just very expensive doorstops.
So all those people who can't get graphics cards out there, I'm sorry.
We're part of the problem.
We are part of the problem. Yeah.
But not really, because we mostly have the 20 series cards.
2080s, yeah. 2080 Ti's. And then we have a 230 series out there. I have a 3080. You have a 3070, right?
3080, man.
Oh, you have a 3080 too?
3080.
Damn, I pay you too much.
Yeah. No, I've been saving for that well before I started working here. I started saving for that in college. I was like, I got to get off this laptop.
There's a funny story around it was funny because I seen it on Instagram, or TikTok. My missus sent it to me, and it was like when she seen like a $4,000 charge on the credit card or the bank card, and she was thinking I'd bought her an engagement ring.
But it was a computer.
She was like getting all excited. It's just a computer. Like, hey babe. She's like, we've been together 8 years. I was like, well, 3080 though, right? But there was a funny TikTok that was like saying that, and then it was like that eyes and mouth on the side of a PC, like laughing. I thought that was really funny. But hey, there you go. Well, anyway, Luke,
introduce your guest, and I'll get out of here.
Correct. So today we do have Audrey SpanCargo, aka Span. Got that right? Span. Excellent. See, I know she gave me the list of the down. Joining us today, obviously community caster, cast scrims. She can introduce herself when she gets on. So Luke, get out of here. I'm fed up of looking at you. So welcome, Span.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you came to visit us today. Span has just come down to have a look at our dirty facility, meet the players, take a picture with the trophy, try to steal it, that sort of thing. So we thought, seeing as she's here, we had to record a podcast today, that we'd just bring you on to speak about PUBG. So welcome aboard.
Yeah, no, thank you. I didn't expect this at all.
No, well, neither did
course,
we.
Yeah. I was staying longer than what it was supposed to be.
Me and Luke never plan anything. We do every time we do one of these podcasts. There's no script whatsoever. We just roll it.
Perfect. Then.
Yeah, so that's what we do. So obviously you've been involved in PUBG for how long? We spoke a little bit over lunch. but you can let everybody else know.
I mean, I started playing in the summer of 2017 when I first started college, and then I played collegiate throughout all 4 years.
She played on a laptop, by the way.
Yeah, I played on a laptop for the longest time. It was terrible.
First release PUBG on a laptop, you must have been at like 8 FPS.
It was terrible.
How long did Pachinki take to load up on that laptop?
You know those.
Tiggleton, shut up! I swear, these children. Sorry, carry on.
No, you're good. I don't know. It was terrible. All I know is like when I finally got a computer. Actually, well, I got a laptop and I got a monitor.
Now Shrimsy's streaming. I told you. I did warn you that in this place, it's great when the players aren't here because they are the noisiest people. Please continue. We can't do anything.
No, I think it's hilarious. I can hear them above us more than I can hear the Valorant team in the room.
It's weird. It's something about the floors that apparently there isn't one, and you can hear Shrimsy and Tiggleton above us, like clear as day, but the Valorant team that are on the same floor as us, can't hear them at all. So, 2017, I was playing PUBG then, third person.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I can't believe I ever played it that way, honestly.
I actually enjoyed third person PUBG. I did. It was the fun way to play, and you could see what your character was wearing. You look cool.
That's the only thing that I the only thing I'd be upset about in first person is you can't actually see what you're wearing. Like, what's the point of it?
There's a clip on my channel of me with the UMP 1v3 and people from distance, peeking behind a tree in third person. It was the only clip I ever got in PUBG. Apart from me and Trick2G used to play a lot, and I ran out of a building. Me and him had weird names for all the towns, but I think it's Primorsk. That's one, the bottom left.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, a motorbike with a sidecar. Remember when they were in the game? Just come flying over the hill, landed on me as I ran out the door. It was like E.T. That was pretty much it. But yeah, PUBG back then was rough, but I liked the third person. Do you remember the 2018 championship when one day was played third person and the next day was played first person?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was at that with Team Gates. So the Asia regions were predominantly third person, and we were first person. So to make it fair, they made us play 2 competitions, one first, one third.
Oh no, that just sounds like a little bit of a mess up there.
It was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't really start paying attention to like the esports side of PUBG too much until like 2019. Yeah. So I did not know that.
Yeah, I was in Berlin, Germany. Our team qualified, Team Gates at the time. Mortify, Mossy, CeeLo, and Exco, and it was hilarious. Like, we played one day at first person, and it was funny because everyone was like, right, the Asian teams don't play first person, so we're going to dominate, and they were just as good at third person, but we didn't play third person at all.
Oh no.
So you can imagine driving, like trying to rotate in third person, like people just lying on top of buildings until you drive past them.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. I would just assume at all times somebody could see me from somewhere and be terrified.
Absolutely. So you when did you make the jump into casting? Because obviously you run the scrim. I've watched you scrim cast a few times, and you run the account. Did you say for
their Twitter? Yeah.
Is that secret?
No.
Okay, they know you run it. I haven't just leaked that you run that account.
No, I think people know. I don't think it's like an announcement, but I think people know. Okay. Yeah, starting around 2019 is when I really started getting more interested and not stinking at the game. So I started playing in it.
I'm better than Luke, but I stink at PUBG.
Yeah, so I started competing in it, but then last December, actually, I stopped because I felt like I needed to focus on my last semester for my undergrad. Mm-hmm. And it was DreamHack Winter Challenge, they didn't have a caster to cast one of the groups, and I felt terrible because I know what it feels like to like not have somebody cast your group. So I was like, you know what, I'm not. It's the first thing I'm not playing in. Here, I'll go on ahead and cast it, and it actually didn't do too. It was
I think
terrible.
I was watching you. I was watching scrims, and obviously I thought you did a fantastic job. It's actually funny. My watch was buzzing there, so I got a little bit distracted. I said Trick2G's name, and he just called me. So speak the devil's
Perfect
name,
timing.
and he shall appear.
Yeah.
I wonder what he wants. He's probably playing golf. But yeah, no, that's great. I've watched. I love watching the scrims. I actually used to cast them myself when I got bored, and it was just it was funny, but it was great. I think you guys do a great job. So, have you been watching PUBG? Obviously, you've been watching PUBG Professional, let them play. So, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
Which region's better, Europe or North America?
Oh no.
Come on. These are the questions the people want to know.
That's a terrible question.
All right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Luke, if you bring on the whiteboards, so you don't have to say it, you can just write it and show the camera. And we will... All right. Come on, Luke, you are so... Come on. You're like supposed to be like on the board here. Which colour are you giving me? Oh, don't trip over that.
Black. You're both getting black.
Thanks, Luke. Is that a little... Oh, and a little wipey wipe. You can take that, seeing as Luke's not coming round your side.
Okay.
And he only gave us one piece. Well, 2 rags. Never mind. Take it back. Okay. So, I'm going to hide it so you can't see what I'm writing.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I think my answer's...
So, okay, you're going to write down which region is better, Europe or North America, and then what team is the best team in the world.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
I think mine might...
North America easily. Okay, thank God. Okay, we're okay, guys. We don't have to reject her out the building. I was at security.
Okay, podcast over. Leave now.
I'm sorry. We have to talk. I think PGIS shown that Europe was a lot stronger than what people thought. Not Europe. North America was a lot stronger than what people thought. A lot stronger.
I just know North America a lot more than Europe
Europe's,
as well.
Europe's overrated. It always has been. Everyone just thinks like, oh, TSM, Team Liquid, Na'Vi.
Now we have TSM.
Now TSM have seen the light and moved to our region. But everyone always said the EU was better, and FaZe are over there too. But come on. We have to talk about this. I've seen the coaches vote they thought the team were the best team. Right, and they voted that Virtus Pro was the best team in the world right now. Now, I don't know what you coaches do in your spare time. Obviously, it could be, drinking too much.
Oh.
But Virtus Pro, #1 team in the world. Hello? PGIS, 3 or 4 it's 4 championships in a row. No other team has done that. How can you not just instantly Soniqs #1 team in the world?
I mean, you gotta look at the statistics, y'all. You gotta look at the actual points, the results.
Yeah, well, that's true. And obviously, the other thing here is we've adapted the new system. We've adapted. I think, I know there was a lot of hate about the new system. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I think it's been okay. I don't know what your thoughts on it are. I think it's kind of kept things the same at the top. The only thing that it's really added is variance in the middle and bottom.
Yeah, I'd say that. I feel like I can sense the stress more as well. I'll say.
Like I think I've seen a few tweets of a lot of people saying a lot of players are retiring and whatever it may be. My opinion on that though is a lot of the players, and this is no offense to the players, and a lot of the players who are retiring are players who've been around for a long time, and when you've been around for a long time, and it's not like, I think a lot of people thought North America, like especially Europeans, there's a lot of Europeans that come over to America and play, and OC players. I think a lot of people seen NA as such a weak region that you could come in there and make money, and like it would be easier for you to finish higher than. I may be completely wrong about this, but this was just my opinion. And I think NA has shown itself to be, now there's 5 or 6 teams that are very, pretty damn strong.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to see a lot of people saying, well, I think the format can be used as an excuse to be like, right, it's time to go. Like, I'm not going to achieve much. You might disagree with me, but like I said, the format, love it or hate it, has not changed too much in the overall scheme of things.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think, I've heard a lot of people saying that it's just not as enjoyable for them anymore. And I mean, I do think that has a lot of weight in it. If you're not enjoying it anymore at some point, like you do have to sit down and like try to decide, am I going to continue playing this? Like obviously they want to play it, but then when the enjoyment goes away, like what is the point of going on and continuing to play that? So for some people, they decided it wasn't worth it.
I guess from you probably watch a lot more games and like scrims than I do. Have you seen a drastic style of change since the format changed in the way people play in scrims and such, or is it still kind of the same?
I feel like majorly still the same. The thing, there are like small things I'd be like, I think that team would have like crashed that or would have been a little bit more aggressive in this scenario if it was the old way and versus the new way, but nothing like super stark that stands out that I could say. But there are those small things where I'm just like, they could have gone on ahead and like they got a knock or two, and they could have gone on ahead and pushed that and potentially just taken the entire team off, but instead they don't. They go and focus on something else that's more important to them in that moment because it's different.
I agree 100%. I thought, my original thought when it was released was you're going to have a lot of teams just diving center early, hunkering down and trying to get like gifted for a free win. But when if you look at ESL, the group stage just finished, the top 3 teams have the majority of the kills, so they are not sitting there like in the middle, like hunkering down. They're playing still aggressively. And I think it certainly that surprised me that still the same teams rose to the top, and they've been still when you look at the super, because that Twire still does, is it Twire? That's what it's called.
Twire, yeah.
Still does super points and the new format, and it's very, like I said, outside of like 4, 5, like when you start getting 5, 6, 7, 8, that's
that
where
top middle point.
Yeah, that's.
We almost didn't see Oath qualify, for example. I think that might have been like the most recent big thing I'd point out because of the difference. Because usually they're a really consistent team.
Well, they were at PGIS. They won a game every week. Yeah,
exactly. They came in.
And then they did when they got to the finals. They did nothing at all.
But they're usually very consistent.
Consistently inconsistent.
But they almost didn't make it. They made it seriously last game.
And that was only because Wildcard's out. Remember, he was right behind them, and he was sneaking, and then he panicked, and he thought he killed someone, and he tried to They tried to transfer, and the original guy didn't die, and they pretty much won Oath the game, because if he had knocked one of Oath there, because who were they fighting? It was Dodge, right? Was it Dodge?
Yeah, all 3 of those teams could have qualified. It's just whoever's going to win that.
Dodge did.
Yeah.
And then Wildcard didn't.
Yes.
But I love the Wildcard guys, but they were languishing till the last 2 games. I think they had like 18 kills and no wins. Yeah, and then they jumped to 9th when they won a game. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely where but there's pros and cons to it. The super format players will say, the most consistent team should win. But if you're a fan of a team, if say in that situation, if I was a huge Wildcard fan, my team's having a bad tournament, but then they win a game, and then all of a sudden they're back in it. Back. Yeah, I guess that's true. It does. I can see where they're coming from.
I will say though that I feel like especially at the beginning, I feel. Well, okay, wait. There's 2 things I like to say. At the way beginning, when the format was first really introduced, I'd say those scrims were terrible. If you watch those, that was when people were doing the things that you said, sending it to center and hoping that they were going to get some sort of a shift. I think they were trying different things and what they were expecting the meta to be, but it really didn't entirely turn out that way, like you already said. And then the second thing is I was also kind of expecting it to be I felt like there was already a little bit of difficulty in the old one, that the first couple minutes of a game is just boring. Yeah. It's just dead space. And now the new format kind of makes it even more that couple minutes extends a bit.
Yeah, you definitely. I think somebody did do something where the first death in the super format occurred quite a lot earlier than what it would in the new format. But I that also can be attributed to obviously people just playing safer when they drop, and people who don't know PUBG always say to me, why do they always drop in the same place and nobody fights each other, and it's weird. It's people genuinely think that each team is given a spot, and that's all they're allowed to do. And I was like, no, they can go wherever they want. They just don't. Because obviously they'd ruin their game if you're hot dropping somebody every.
Decrease the RNG, go to your same spot, helps with rotations, all that good stuff. Makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing that always worried me about the new format was say, and this could happen. So say ESL finals comes up this week. Mm-hmm. Say TSM win 2 games and Soniqs win 4, and we go into the final day, and there's first and second. Technically, the right thing to do would be to hot drop TSM every game and make sure they can't win 2 more games.
I agree.
And if it ever got like that, I think that could be what spoils it for the fans. I know we did it in PCS against Dodge, but that was 1 game, last game. And that
I expected it.
Yeah.
I felt like it makes sense. I mean, I don't know. There's always a fine line, I think, as well, of what fans are happy and unhappy about. You guys are obviously there to win the tournament, so that's when you drop on Dodge. And then there's other people who are upset, like, oh, why didn't they play that game honorably or something like that. It's all like, no, they're literally there to win the tournament.
Our players will tell you they played that fight versus Dodge nowhere near like they would have played it if they were playing normally. They just ran in for flushes. They just ran in for flushes and played the fight terribly.
They got 2 kills though, so they weren't going to win that game.
But my always worry is if one team dominated like the first, say if we won 3 of the first 6 games. Yeah. All you'd have to do is go around playing spoiler the rest of the tournament to make sure that you won.
I mean, then that's how you'd win the tournament, you know.
I hope that I would hate to see that though.
I wouldn't want to watch that. Yeah. No, like, but if I saw that and I knew what you guys were doing, so it should be obvious. Like, I'd probably sit there and be like, oh man, like I wish I would get to see y'all continue to play the game like you usually do, but also they want to win, and that's a legit way to go at it about it. So I wouldn't know how I would
There's
feel.
nothing quite as exciting for I love watching PUBG Sports. I love when it's like last circle, like 4 teams, 3 alive, 2 alive, 4 alive, and they're just like everyone's like inching towards. There was what was it? I think it was last week, I think, in one of the games, and there was just smoke, and the guy's just like just putting rounds through the smoke, just like praying to just kill. That's the one thing as a viewer as well. You sit there and you're watching it, and you can see them through the smoke, but a lot of the viewers don't understand that the smoke is thicker, a lot thicker in the game than it is from what we see.
I actually, at the very end, I kind of don't like the X-ray vision. I'm not gonna lie. So like when I observe scrims, like actually like I put on X-ray vision, and if there's a fight happening, sometimes I like toggle it so that people can see the whole situation. At the very end, I turn it off. I don't know. I kind of like you can still see the tag of the person. You know they're there. I kind of toggle a little bit.
That's a good point, because
I wish they turned the smoke on.
a lot of people think like question mark, like, is he blind? Like, no, trust me, they just can't see and they can't hear, because those smokes are pretty loud too. They make like a
yeah, or when somebody gets a knock from the smoke from like above them, and people are just all like, how'd they see him in the smoke? Like, there's a smoke there. Like, if they actually like untoggle it, like when you're above the smoke, you can see the person a little bit better than like right in front of it. Yeah, so like some people, like they see somebody above like getting a knock like really easily, and it's all like, turn on smoke, turn off X-ray vision, please.
And this, I guess this would be a good question, again talking about the late game and whatever. I always think in my mind that PUBG would be a better game if they limited the amount of throwables that a team could carry. To me, the final circle just comes like, there was when we killed that guy, we just launched about 85 flashbangs.
Oh no, that was hilarious.
It was funny, but like
funny
when it gets to those late game situations, it's just like grenade. Like for me, 2 grenades is more than enough for each player on the team.
Well, there was like a talk for a while, like, should we cap nades? I actually remember, like, I think for a while scrims like had a cap, you could only have 2 nades, and I do not remember like oh no, I don't remember how that panned out like whatsoever, but obviously it went away. Like I think maybe it was being discussed that maybe it would become a thing, and maybe that's why it was practiced that way. I'm not sure.
But it's not a thing anymore. I don't mind smoke so much, because smoke's like you get out of difficult situations.
Oh my god, you see some players have like 10 smokes,
and they're just like
all
the way across. But like towards the end, I feel like when it's in those close quarter situations, when it's just molly, nade.
That's what you should do.
I want to see, absolutely is what you should do. But I want to see people like gun skill.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. But the util is very much, if you have it, you should use it, because it's just ending. That's it.
So going into ESL next week, if we don't have pick'ems at ESL, do we? Let's pretend that we do.
No.
Right, NA ESL next week. top 4 teams.
Top 4? Okay.
You got to remember that Soniqs are cursed because they won group stages, so they can't be first. Well, they can, if you believe that they'll break the curse.
Wait, do I have to put them in order? Okay.
Oh, in order.
Oh,
1, 2,
man.
3, 4.
Okay.
Now, am I going to be smart or troll here? What are you laughing at, Luke? Okay.
See, but I have like an explanation.
You can explain.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, I feel like mine's... maybe these two switch around. Maybe. Possible flex pick there. All right, you ready?
No.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I should do
Here.
that.
Here, I'll just do it.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think that's fair.
Come on. Oh, wait, she's rubbing out oath.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see that.
Yeah.
All right, we're different. All right, who have you got number 1?
I put Soniqs.
Me too. I think they have been the most... I think TSM probably could win because of the curse. I got Soniqs and TSM as my 1 and 2. I assume you've probably got the same.
Yeah.
Now, I think this is where we differ. Who have you got in 3rd place?
So I'm struggling with the last 2, honestly, based off of some stuff that happened recently. But okay, so best guess, I put Dignitas.
Dig. I didn't put Dig in my top 4.
Mm.
I think they had a bit of a shaky one. I've got Dodge.
Okay.
I've got
did do really
Dodge
well.
and SSG.
See, this is why I didn't want to do it. This is why I was debating. I put Dignitas and Oath because
Your writing is so
the
much
thing
nicer.
is that Oath did struggle a little bit. So
But
I'm
they got
wondering
kills.
Yeah, they did. But I'm just wondering what's going to happen with their mentality, kind of a thing. And I put Dignitas there because based off of the stats, like they are there. But so was Dodge, I will say that. And I would like to see Space Station Gaming do better.
I'm
last
backing.
time it wasn't that good.
No, but
I
they
feel
were
like
brand
they've
new.
been getting
They were
better.
brand new.
Exactly. That's why I'm like if you just asked me verbally, like, who do you think? I would have said this, but I'd like to see Space Station Gaming.
I think Dodge have been playing very well and very consistently. I think Lampolot's a very good player. I think SSG, I probably want to support Keenan and Woolley, my old boys. I think they're going to win a couple more games this time. Obviously Dig and Oath are up there as well. But I've just got a feeling...
Well, just those 4, like, I feel like are just a big mixture. Like, I can't decide.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, obviously, you got Oath, who could win, Dig, who could win. Who else really would you think would have a chance there?
Well, I will say that, I mean, last PCS, if I'm not mistaken, Enrage did really well. Like, they were the top Latam
okay.
team. But Enrage doesn't exist anymore. But 2 of the Enrage... True. 2 of the Enraged players are actually on Fiumba now. So, and they're going to be playing in these grand finals.
So we could have a South American team creep in there.
Yeah, and in scrims, like the past 2 nights, like Latam didn't do too bad. So I'm curious to see if Fiumba or Trogloditas are going to jump in here.
I like the way Trog play. They run it.
They get so many kills.
They do.
They just need to get a win.
I think the 1 and 2 is definitely who, if you're a betting man, who you put your money on. I think TSM looked good.
Yeah.
Looked good. A lot of
I think they
kills.
stay there.
A lot of kills. I think they threw wins on purpose because they got cursed last time, and they bought the curse on themselves, saying they didn't believe in the curse or they were going to beat the curse. And then obviously I told my guys don't win any more games, and they didn't listen to me because I didn't want the curse either. But it is ESL. It's not PCS 5, so it is a minor tournament. So that's fine. But
It's still called a pro event.
yeah, but it's a minor
tournament.
Well, like when I say minor, it's like I see PCS as a major.
No, I got it.
And ESL as a minor, because it's not worth as many points. TSM need a good tournament though, because
They do. Because they got in, what is it, 5th or 6th?
Yeah,
Fifth?
so they need those PGC points.
That's very true.
How many teams? So there's okay. I guess it would be pretty much the same. The 5 teams or the 6 teams from North America that go to PGC. One of them is guaranteed to be SA. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't think.
I believe so. I believe one spot is guaranteed for South America. So the highest placed South American team, if they're below 6th, will take the 6th spot, which is a contention in itself. But I'm not here to talk about that.
Don't discuss that.
I'm sure if a North American team was in 6th and they didn't get to go, they'd be pretty sad.
Say that again.
I said if a North American team was in 6th
Um,
and the closest SA team was in 10th and they took their spot, I'm sure there would be some
they got to make sure they don't get in that 6th
angry
spot,
tweets.
Oh my goodness. They're definitely. There's just, I don't know. There's just a whole debate about how many NA versus SA teams should get slots right now, and I don't even want to have a part
Well,
of it.
I think I said it, like me and Luke discussed this already, and I discussed it with the players. The way you've got to look at it is we've gained a spot.
Yeah.
Because we got 4 at PGIS, now we've got 5. Technically we've got 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we gained a spot, so we've got more chance of qualifying technically.
Yeah.
So don't complain. So yeah, I'm looking forward to PGC. I think mathematically Soniqs have already qualified. I think somebody told me that.
Yeah, I think I saw that somewhere.
I mean, we've done 2 of the PCSs, PCS 4, PCS 5.
I think that, yeah. I mean, sounds right to me, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Crazy. I mean, dominant team. I love that team. They're a bunch of characters. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. ESL this weekend. I think maybe there's an upset. I think like I said, I want my team to win. I think it's going to be close between us and TSM, and maybe a third team. But it's all fun. What is it? It's like $50,000 this week. I think 3 days. Hey.
Honestly, I don't know until I watch it, and then they say. So I'm like, cool. Now I know.
What do you think of the studio? Did you see the studio the PUBG studio in Cali? Did you see the tour they gave?
Yeah,
That
the little
looks
intro tour
awesome.
thing. It looked really cool.
That
Yeah,
looked great.
it was Clover's first in person
Really?
thing as well. Yeah, and she was telling me about it, and just being able to see it and some of the pictures and videos she got, it looked amazing.
Oh, it looked great. I love the NA casting. I think they're hilarious. How long we got, Luke? All right. Well, we got Luke who's been kicked off behind the camera, and he's saying we've got to wrap up now. So, Span, is there any closing comments you'd like to say? You've probably got about 15 seconds before Luke cuts you off.
Thank you guys so much for having me here.
Absolutely, anytime.
And being able to meet everyone, I really enjoyed it, and good luck in the upcoming tournament. Sonics.
Yeah, and everybody else. We support everybody. No, we don't. Let's go Soniqs. TSM are going to finish last. I'm joking, Gunner. Calm down. All right, thanks, guys. Again, I'll do Luke's closing. Don't forget to comment. I'll do your closing. That's what I'm saying. I was doing it. You just interrupted it.
I'm sorry.
Luke. So don't forget to follow, comment, subscribe. The usuals. And if you do leave a comment, we do read them, and we didn't edit out any today. So we'll double back on the next one. So thank you, Span, for coming in, and we look forward to more PUBG and other stuff in the future.